All right. Let's go to see Lady Webb. What? Oh, it's that dude. Isn't this the dude from the temple I went to? I had to go through the catacombs to talk to him. There was that. Well, let's just see what he says. Unless it's just the same picture and they reuse it. Okay. As you near the apparition, you are overcome suddenly by a powerful anxiety that sits like a stone in your stomach. The feeling is not quite real, the recollection of an emotion rather than the emotion itself. It renders your insides nevertheless. The apparition's brow is tense, a look of concern plain across its face.
The other missionaries say you have been neglectful of your duties.
Oh, it is that same dude. Yeah, I've been busy.
Oh? And what troubles you?
The pain in your stomach deepens, and you feel for a moment as though you are about to be sick. Your mouth has gone dry. Forgive me, Eminence, I wish to leave the order. The man folds his fingers together and presses them into his mouth. Thoughtful.
You have been an apt student, and your convictions have inspired those around you. May I ask what has changed to make you feel this way?
So the people we intend to convert committed unspeakable acts. I don't think that's what I want to say. My family has not taken my new faith well. I've done something unforgivable, or we were attacked on my last mission. How about this last one? That seems safe. We were attacked on my last mission. The apparition exhales slowly, and its lips press together, a sympathetic report in his eyes. It places a hand on your shoulder.
You feel you were responsible for this?
Well, the other missionaries were badly hurt because of my decisions. Some will never be the same. So I guess this is like some past life I'm dealing with. I'm kind of confused, but I think it must be some awakened soul within me, I suppose. I don't know. Let's find out. The apparition gives a solemn nod. Ours is not an easy calling. People are frightened by new beliefs. They sometimes react with violence. These are the risks we all assume when we take the oath. While I put them at risk, I made the wrong choice.
If you approached the heathens because you believed it was what the gods would want you to do, then there was no mistake, and you bear no guilt.
How can that be?
The gods gave us many gifts, but clairvoyance was not among them. They do not judge our actions by their outcomes. They judge them by our reasons. Act out of love for the gods, and you can never be wrong in their sight. This was a tragedy you went through, and it will never leave your memory. But you needn't let it burden your soul as well. Leave judgment to the gods.
Will you stay with us? Finish what you started? The knot in your stomach seems to loosen all at once, and the anxiety is replaced with something else entirely. Something warm and soothing, and it is something you know you can never repay. As the vision fades, you start to become cognizant of the many odd looks aimed in your direction. Your last response echoes in your mind. I will. People in my party think I'm crazy. And I may be. Oh, speaking of people in my party, oh my gosh, they all need to level up. Let's take a break and do that really quick. Okay, what? Well, you have a lot of athletics, let's just give you more athletics. And that's all you're getting. Zealous charge inspires the paladin and all nearby allies to charge fiercely, increasing their movement speed and disengagement defense. Sworn enemy. Marks an enemy as the focus of Paladin's righteous fury, granting accuracy and damage bonuses. Sounds great. Done. Their bird lady is a little bit more powerful. Oh, you're stealthy, but I don't really need a stealthy person. I don't have any mechanics, so we're not even going that way. Swift aim, what's that? The ranger gets into a speedy and fluid offensive rhythm, reducing accuracy but increasing fire rate. Sure.
How may I help?
You may be leveled up. That's how you can help. Lore, yeah, let's give you lore. Ooh, level 3 spells now. Fireball. Wait, can I not do that one? Oh, I can do another one. Missiles. Yeah. And you. Oh, we already have someone who's good at lore. Let's give you the mechanics. Yeah, someone needs to pick my locks. Generates a field of terror, frightening enemies in the area of effect. Sure. This is probably not the best way to upgrade my people, is to randomly pick spells and stuff, but, you know, whatever. Yeah. I guess that's that. And
Hey.
hello. Ooh, vigorous defense. So increases all defenses for a short time. Oh, weapon specialization. Adventure. Includes the poleaxe, wand, warbow types. Battle axe, crossbow, morningstar, sword types. That might be what I want. Dagger, mace, rapier, rod, scepter, hunting bow, quarterstaff, club, pistol, blunderbuss, great sword, pike, warhammer. Let's do knight. That's good. That's like a passive effect. Passive effects are good. Battle axe, crossbow, morningstar, sword. Yeah, that's a sword he has. Okay, and does anyone need to talk to me?
Hey there.
Following your lead.
No, no one is urgently wanting to talk to me. Okay, we need to go talk to the lady.
I shall.
Oh, not just you. Everyone. Yes, let's all go. To Lady Webb. The marble at the base has been worn smooth by the passage of hundreds of feet. Curran's wasting his time with those disappearances. Okay. Curran.
How do you do?
The Orlan man is surrounded by books and scrolls. His wiry hair stands nearly on end, and his ears prick up as you approach. You carry whispers. Cadnua, gilded veil. Old voices indeed. Yeah. How did you know? The Orlan grins. Orlan grins, revealing a row of dagger-pointed teeth. Ew. As a cipher, it's my job to know these things. You carry the whiff of ancients. Anything else you want to tell me? His ears twitch downward. Not as much as I would like, unfortunately. My duties for Lady Webb require me to focus my talents elsewhere. He regards the table piled with scrolls. What brings you to Dunward Row? Oh yeah, the affidavit. Hey, is this yours? It's signed by you. He holds the page, but seems to stare through the words, as if something woven in the fabric of paper. Curran bares his pointed teeth. I remember Pinhelm, a preening peacock of a man. His mouth dry, his hands moist when I told him he was a sole descendant of Adrian's general, one who'd fought against Hadrit's rebellion. He scans the affidavit. A forgery, and not the first I've seen. He hands it back to you, but I have no time for the knights and their obsessions. Bring this to his commander, Cliver, and show him the seal. He points to the wax stamped by his forged signature. If he compares it with another, he should be able to spot the difference. Eloth's gaze flickers to you. Doom a man for the soul the gods gave him? Seems rather unfair. It looks like you could. Wait, well, let's ask him. What are you so busy with? His small, furry hands gesture expansively at the papers before him. Hollowborn, growing unrest, and the ever-present political intrigues. With so many missing souls, missing persons are the least of our concerns these days. Maybe you could use some help? So many secrets and trails in the city. You have but to turn a corner to find a fresh trace of something stolen, or someone missing. He flicks an ear. Unfortunately, we haven't had the time to investigate them all. I'm supposed to be working on other matters, but my mind still lingers on a few recent cases. Curse of a cipher, to be ruled by the whims of curiosity. So why can't you look into them? He pins his ears back. A matter of priorities, says Lady Webb. Many problems in Defiance Bay these days, problems with more than a few missing persons at stake. Why don't you tell me about them? One case or three, depending on how you look at it. He taps his clawed fingers together. 3 weeks and a disappearance at the end of each. Some might call it a coincidence. I call it a clue. Lady Webb knows you, trusts you. So shall I trust you too, as long as our interests are aligned? Wait, Lady Webb trusts me? Okay, I'll look into it. Where do I start? Sagani bounces on the balls of her feet, just like one of those Valian whodunits. Read a few of those in the road. Helps pass the time. Oh, so we have a mystery. A Sherlock Holmes case, so you... Possibly. Okay, so he grins, razor-tipped teeth showing between his lips. Copper Lane, Andre's gift, and the Brackenberry, of course. To talk to the ones who reported the disappearances, the only ones who know enough to care. Laura, Oli, Elka. Who's missing? 2 men, 1 woman. Lintry, Kindle, Cora. Did you find any leads? Not yet. No obvious connection between the victims. Which is what makes me wonder so. He runs a hand along the length of one ear. Could be animancy related. Researchers always need subjects, the less scrupulous types, in particular. He pauses deep in the concentration. Seems too risky for the sanitarium, but one never knows. Yeah, I don't think it's a sanitarium or animancy. That's just a great excuse. Aloth folds his arms. I wouldn't put it past them. Yeah, but you didn't really have a great experience with them earlier, did you? He waves a hand. Talk first to the people who reported our victims missing. Mayhap you will catch something I missed. Tell me about Lindry. Best to ask Ollie. Seems they drank together at the Salty Mast in Andre's gift. Also seems that no one else knew him well enough to miss him. One of his ears twitches. Okay, what about Kindle? Reported missing by Elka, a dwarf who carried traces of... He closes his eyes and sniffs the air. Fine wine and young dandies. Plenty of time and money to spend on her pleasures. Try Brackenberry. Okay, what about Cora? Sister of Laura. Cora and Laura. Lovely. One of the merchants in Copper Lane Bazaar. Not the kind of person who would just disappear, it seems. So, do I have questions about the missing people? Okay, wait, now what?
Good day, stranger.
I was invited here by Lady Webb. Curran cocks his head to one side as if trying to get a better look at you. Forgive me, she doesn't take many visitors, but the ones she does invite are a fascinating lot. I've always marveled at her choices. Nothing uncommon to my eyes, but her sight is far keener than mine. I wonder what she sees. Her room is upstairs, the one with the guards out front. The city may not understand her value, but the Duke certainly does. What brings you to Dungeon Row? Bye. We're just not going to answer that. Okay, I don't really think I need to look at the rest of that. Let's just go upstairs. The notes are scribbled in a cryptic shorthand. Huh. Lady Webb will see you now. Oh, that's Lady Webb? Oh, okay. This woman clutches a thick stack of parchment with spindly, wrinkled fingers, their flesh stretched thin to near translucence with extreme age. A gossamer veil over pale blue veins, ink splotches and candle burns dot and stripe her hands like a quilt patterned after some great, indescribable truth. She does not look up from her reading. So the messengers conveyed my summons. A miracle that would make the reincarnation of Aothas look like a child's cantrip, surely. It doesn't draw the most inspired minds messaging. They failed me so many times of late I nearly sent a cipher after you instead. She glances up from her readings for the first time, and looks you over. So, this is the Watcher who took over Cadnua. Oh, don't look so surprised. It isn't an attractive expression. I wouldn't be where I am for long if I let details like that escape me. This is exactly what I would picture Aloth's mother to be like. Oh, I maybe mix something there. Okay. And this fiasco in the sanitarium that you seem to have got yourself into the middle of? What in the blazes possessed you to stir that nest of trouble? I was actually investigating a really strange group.
Strange does not begin to describe them. The practices of the Leaden Key defy all reason.
Ah, so you know about them. Maybe you should tell me about them.
You're not the only one with an interest in their recent activities. I've lost 4 ciphers this year alone trying to get someone inside their ranks. As it is, we only have our suspicions about who is in the group and what they intend, which I suppose means we have much in common with them. I asked you here because I wanted to know what your interest was in all of this. I thought perhaps we might help each other. Why are you looking for the Leaden Key?
I'll just be honest with you. You know our stuff anyways. One of their members caused my soul to awaken, and I need him to reverse it. She closes her eyes, and the lids flicker. Then her face goes still, and her mouth parts a little more than a sliver, and her hand briefly drops open, spilling some of her parchment to the ground, the pages wafting around her legs like the leaves of a dying tree. Her fleshy eyelids peel back, and her gaze is immediately upon you.
The gods are cruel, I'm afraid. The man you seek is Theos Ix Arcanon, Grand Master of the Leaden Key. One of the most elusive and dangerous men Aora has ever known.
Great. What can you tell me about Theos?
More than
Arcanon?
most, though very few would know so much as his name. And there is no way of knowing how much of what I've read is true. The leaden key dates back more than 2,000 years. If rumors are to be believed, Theos was the one who created it. What scraps of evidence exist suggest that he has died many times, only to be reborn each time exactly the same man, awakened during adolescence with all the knowledge and experience of all his lifetimes. The plots he orchestrates sometimes take hundreds of years to bear fruit. Needless to say, this is not the natural order of things. But he is said to be one of Woodica's favored, and that old bat was never one to let rules get in the way of favoritism.
Boudica, that's right. That's the priest that we were talking to earlier with that weird vision of when we were a priest. He's said to be Boudica's favored. I wonder if there's a connection there between Boudica and that priest I'm seeing in my past and this dude. Very interesting.
That may also explain another supposed gift of his. His body is no boundary to his soul, and he is known to take possession of others, if their souls are weak enough. Often it is for elaborate deceptions, but sometimes he simply forces them to kill themselves. He is not known for his generous supply of pity. He is also not one to show himself in any but their most critical matters. If he has directly involved himself in whatever the group plots now, it may be your only chance to find him. And once you do find him, if you can find him, I would not hold my hopes too high if I were you. He is a driven, single-minded man. He will not have the slightest concern for your problems.
So what else is there to know about the leaden key?
Precious little, I'm afraid. You may know much of it already. No one member knows the identity of more than a handful of other members. They are kept in the dark of missions they are not involved in, or sometimes of those they are involved in. They exist to hide secrets they themselves don't know, if you can imagine how gullible someone must be for that to appeal. Despite that, they are very good at what they do, owing much to their founder, who will take matters into his own hands when necessary, and he does not fail.
Wow, you know a lot about Theos. How did you get this information?
The same way I come by all my knowledge. Exhaustive research, spying, bribery, perhaps some less savory measures. Whatever the knowledge demands, I pay in full. There is nothing of greater value. Unfortunately, with Theos, there is also nothing more scarce. He has covered his tracks far too well. His manipulations of the course of history are lost to time now, though I believe they were many.
So what do you want from me?
Keep me informed. The
Oh,
leaden key has been busy lately, and that is distressing news. I can only guess as to what they intend. You seem to have a knack for turning the stones they've crawled beneath. Keep turning them. Dunreed Row will not stop you. Whatever it is they're up to, figuring it out will be of great use to both of us. In your case, it will surely point you to Theos. In return, I will share our knowledge with you as we learn it, and provide you with what assistance I can.
should I trust you? What would you do if I refused?
Then you would look foolish because it is a standing offer. There is no need to refuse.
Oh,
If you find your trail has run cold, come to me with whatever you have. There is much I may be able to do for you.
oh. Well, I guess I don't have to tell you anything because you have spies everywhere. You would just find out, wouldn't you? Well, there is something I can tell you about the Lead and Keys operations.
Well, let's hear it.
I found Theos at Brackenbury Sanitarium impersonating as a patient. He was trying to damage the public's opinion of animancy.
Forgive me, it is unlike Theos to leave witnesses. He must be furious.
Her eyebrows raised, two pained lines over barren, slowing skin from her forehead, a lattice of wrinkles upon wrinkles, and the corner of her mouth perks.
He did not aid you as you'd hoped, I take it? Well, take heart. With any luck, when he has finished his business, he will surely come and find you again, if only to kill you while you sleep. This news of yours makes sense, of course. To dabble in animancy is to puzzle over the secrets of the gods. This would not be the Leaden Key's first action against it. But if this is connected to their other activities, we may be in for something on a much larger scale. If we can learn more about their goals and methods, perhaps we can get the palace behind us. With Avar's support, we may be able to put a stop to this.
That's all I have.
Yes?
How how old are you? She gives a half-hearted gasp and covers her mouth with her fingers. You wicked woman! Where are your manners? Were you raised without a shred of decency?
I lost count ages ago. Such a strange thing to celebrate, getting closer to death. Oh, I've had my share of work done to prolong my existence, if that's what you're wondering. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not done here. There are things I still wish to learn. And I'll be the effigy if I let Bereth carry me off before I'm through. There was a time when I considered enlisting the theorems of Pondgrum to extend my life indefinitely. I found the thought of devouring my political enemies to sustain my own life greatly appealing. I must have gone soft with age.
You're a funny lady. Are you a psychic? Well, are you a psychic?
If you are hoping I can look at your hand and tell you whom you should marry, you can just wipe that notion from your mind. I do not know what will happen tomorrow. That is what I pay spies for. Being a cipher is not unlike being a watcher. You notice more about what is already there. Many can hold an object and know where it's been, or peer into the thoughts of people around them. They can also sometimes affect those thoughts, but that would be unethical, of course. A tiny, talented few pick up so much about the world around them, they can get images of things to come, but these are fleeting and unreliable.
You said you don't know what will happen tomorrow.
Who said I was talented? I don't. Least not that I can trust. And with me, it's only ever about one thing anyway.
What's that?
A quiet day at home.
She glances back behind her towards a small table, and a queer smile finds its way across her face. Is there a Lord Webb?
There was.
Oh, what happened to him?
He believed in dying with dignity. He was old-fashioned that way, my husband. We saw the world very differently, he and I. But he was good to me while he lasted.
Okay. Other questions?
Yes? Try your best not to die out there.
Oh, will do, thank you. Inform Lady Webb about the Leaden Key's activities. She asked me to help keep her informed anytime I learn more about anything about the Leaden Key. Anything I can discover in pursuing the leads I obtained in the catacombs could be useful. After having run across Theos and Brackenbury, I let Lady Webb know that he seemed to be trying to destroy reputations of animancers. Okay. Noted. And the rest of this looks just like a normal house, so I'm just gonna leave it. Oh, that'd be stealing. Soulbound items gain additional powers as the wielder meets specific requirements. The item's description always lists the next requirement. Ooh, oh, hello. Hello, Pinhole. Oh, that's right, because I had that guy look at that scroll. And we found out he had been faking it. So Pinhelm's face is white. Just talk that little cipher, did you? One of my novitiates told me he'd seen someone in the records room. He takes a slow step towards you, extending his hand. Give me the affidavit. I've done nothing to you. His other hand comes to rest onto his sword. Wait, what does this mean to you? Are you serious? This is my career. I've labored years for it, and it all hangs in some coincidence of a past life. Any dear Woodian, rich or poor, can aspire to a position in the Crucible Knights. Anyone can rise to the ranks of high justice, except for those of us born with the wrong soul. Tell me how that's reasonable. Do I want to be really mean and just be sarcastic? But your superiors deserve to know the truth. What truth? That over a century ago I was some Adrian who's dust in the ground now? His hand grips the sword pommel. I'll ask one more time. Give that back. I'm not interested in fighting you. Then you should have minded your own business. He draws his sword. I won't let you destroy my career over this. Okay.
For Anthony!
Ooh, exploded.
Dead on!
Oh, more explosions. Oh, wait, there's a guy here.
Leave it to me!
Oh, that one went really high. Oh, wait, I wanted to see that. Rogue Knight. So, we can return to Osric with the breastplate. Osric will want to know the outcome. Well, that guy attacked me. It's not like I had a choice. He was in Copper Lane, wasn't he? I think so. So let's go to Copper Lane. Oh, not formations. Fast mode. Oh. Wrong way. This way. Copper Lane. 12 minutes. I accept.
Do you still have family living in the Deerwood, Adair?
No, not these days. Parents left the country years back during the purges. I think about him a lot.
It's a shame you and your family suffered, even after the Saints' War ended. You dear Woodens certainly have a knack for holding on to old grudges.
I think it's up this way. Like here. Yeah, it's over here. Come here. I also need to sell all this stuff I've accumulated. My stash seems pretty big though. I think he was the guy back here, wasn't he? Yeah. Osric, hey, I got your breastplate. Is this the armor you wanted? Osric wavers a moment in disbelief. He looks at you, then back at the breastplate. He reaches for it slowly, as if expecting it to disappear before he can touch it. How did you manage this? You were actually right about that affidavit. Unfortunately, Penhelm forced me into a fight. A shame an idiot like that. But he's the lying weasel who started this. You did all I asked, and you were owed much. He withdraws a leather coin purse from his pocket and hands it to you. Yay! Stop by Solnlid's shop on the other side of the hall. She sells some of the best gear in the city. And I'll see she opens her inventory to you. Good. I can buy or sell stuff. What is this armor to you anyway, by the way? Osric looks around, trying to appear casual. It's nothing really, just a keepsake. He tries to look at you in the eye, but when he does, he appears to reconsider. He sighs. It commemorates the Order of the Maegrind, the highest order of valor, awarded to the dead, never to the living. Us Deerwoodens, real Deerwoodens, we don't have the nobility or birthrights, unless you're some copper someone from a deer. All we got's the honor we bring to our family name. A copper something. That's a new one. So this. He pauses, considering the weathered metal. A pale image of its former self, but still catching the light. Is something to live up to. Got business with me? Work?
You want an expedition? Talk to Wennon. I just handle these mercenary shit shovelers. Adventurers, I mean.
Oh, okay. Let's go shopping. Sell all the crap I've accumulated.
Welcome.
So the wilds haven't claimed you yet, she smiles. Good to see you again. Show me your wares, lady. This is also expensive. That's okay. Oh, do you have camping supplies? Yes, I want all the camping supplies. What's this? Oh, endurance. I don't need endurance. Whatever. Biles stompers. Grants minor fetid caress. Okay. Cloak of the Fox and Hunter. Grant summon noble creature. 1 per rest. Oh, I want to summon a cute creature. There's too much text there. Still expensive. We're not doing that. Okay, so what can I... Stash. Party. Stash. Should I actually compare my... I wonder if I should look at my party stuff before I actually sell everything. Because I think there may be stuff that actually is better than what I currently have. Oh, that's like a two-handed, isn't it? Yeah, two-handed. I need to give him a one-handed with this shield. This is two-handed, one-handed, dagger, sword, one-handed, 13 to 19. I think this is better, 13 to 19. Okay, so nothing seemed to be as good. Okay. What about you? Got this bow. 15 to 23, two-handed war bow. Not singing. Oh, what's this? Minor ring of protection. Ah, or maybe I should put it on you. Oh gosh. Oh, there's my spider. Want a ring of protection? Hey, look, there you go. Is there any other... What's this? Novice's Grimoire. Do you want a Grimoire? Oh no, you already have something. So, gives you some of those. Oh, I guess these are the spells. Can I just... What is this? Curse of Blackened Sight. Can I just... What's this plus button? It would cost 200 copper for Aloth to learn Curse of Blackened Sight. Oh. Oh, you already know that one. Why did I do that? Oh. Okay. Okay. Interesting. What's this? Rite of the Untamed Wild. Is that speed slow, range 10 meters, has a 7-meter radius, survival, plus your survival, allows more survival. Oh, what's this? Oh, more Grimoire. I'm just gonna I'm gonna let you hold all these. Oh, a shield. Do you need a better shield? 8 deflection. 12 deflection, -4 accuracy. No, that's fine. I would rather you be our tank. Ooh, Boudica hood. A dark mask bearing the stylized countenance of Boudica is attached by thread to a black hood. Oh. No, I don't think that's a good idea. Well, the rest of the stuff seems to be crap. A rod. What do you have? You have a bow, right? What is this? Hunting bow. 12 to 16. Mine's not that good, is it? No, mine's 15 to 23. Oh, by all means, you need to upgrade a bow. Okay, so I have learned I can just sell crap. Unless I want to give people armor. Do you need heavy armor? You have medium armor. But I think that's fine. What's this? Fine. Brigandine. Oh, that's heavy armor. Do you need this heavy armor? Loyal fine. Recovery speed. It's like all like I don't think I'm like really finding anything that's even better. So I have now come to the conclusion that none of this stuff matters, and I can
Well
just
met, friend.
sell all the crap. What is this? Saber. Okay. That's like the same. Yeah, sell the crap. And sell the crap. White leaf. It's an instant effect. Gives some immunity stuff. Am I really ever going to use this? No. Warhammer. And it looks like a real hammer. That's really funny. Those look special because they have things around them. Trade. That really got me squat. Why am I wasting my time with this? Oh, fast move. I want to save my money for my keep. Need to upgrade my house. Speaking of that, are we close to done on this? 2 hours. Okay, okay. Someday I need to go back to my house and clear out the basement. I feel like maybe I can do that at some point. I don't know. There's so much to do in this city. I don't know if I should just go ahead and go back to my house and go in the basement and figure that stuff out, because I have a lot of that stuff. Oh, that's, you need better reputation, endurance. He's not with me. The endless paths, that's where I need to go to my basement, to the endless paths, and figure out what's going on there. More exploring the endless paths. Oh, I need to travel some cliffs in a vision. That's not going to happen anytime soon. Searing Falls is a long journey. We're not doing that. Oh. Knights of the Crucible plan to address a shortage of trained soldiers. He asked Forge Master Dunstan to construct a Forge Knight, soldiers made from suits of armor. Dunstan has crafted the armor, and now he just needs a research from Vienna to complete the project. I learned that Vienna was going to meet a woman named Celessa in Andra's gift. They were planning to meet an empty house in the northern end of the district. Let's do that. What was that one again? Builder's the Last. Okay. Andra's gift. Andra's gift. Oh, that's way over here. Let's go. Let's go to here. Oops. I'm just going to hover over them just in case they say anything interesting. They have amusing conversations. Can I skip to Andra's gift? 24 minutes. Yes. Very good. One type of gin, one type of plant, one type of creature part, and some copper to enchant. Guess I should do that to my weapons, right? That enchanting seems like a good idea. Maybe some other day. Oh, what has happened?
You've been on your own for 5 years. But you can't talk to him.
My standards changed around year 2.
Oh. Why is there fog here? Okay, so there's supposed to be an abandoned house. Abandoned house. Abandoned house. So it's either this one, the one I'm right next to. I'll try this one first. I think I went in here before and they were just a bunch of squatters. But maybe that's where they're going to be. Yeah, the squatters. Not this one. Ooh, look at your head. You have like little horns. I don't know. I'm not going to read the Vibrant Histories unless you want me to. Because they're really long and they don't progress the plot. But if you're like, oh, I love Vibrant Histories, well, you know, just let me know if you like them and I will read them. Okay. Anyone home? Oh, hello. As you enter the room, you see several figures huddled together. They stand at attention, armed, but not matched in matched gear like the Crucible Knights. At the center of the group, one woman looms over another, holding a flail. Oh, she snarls at the cowering figure. You've got pages of research here. You expect me to believe this was just your scratch work? It's nothing, I promise. It's just my notes. You hear a painful smack as the woman backhands her captive. We know you were meeting with the Crucible Knights. You think they're the only ones with power in the city? They call us the Dozens for a reason. Now I won't ask you again. At a nudge from one of her men, the woman turns and sees you watching. Her eyes narrow. You shouldn't be here. Let her go, and I'll pretend I never saw this. It's too late for that now. Oh, okay. Well, I guess here we go.
Crave thou feel.
Okay.
Dead on!
Let's zoom in on the action.
Lava beyond sea!
Now you're killing the Foxy. Oh, I killed you.
Dead on!
Ooh, the blood. The gore. It's explosive. Viana's face is covered in bruises and her eyes are wide with shock and relief. I don't know who you are, but thank you. Rapid hitching breaths punctuate her words. I was sure they were going to kill me. She wipes a tear from her cheek, wincing as her knuckle grazes a bruise. Wait, what just happened here? I thought I was coming here to meet my friend from the Republics. It looks like I walked into a trap. She shakes her head. The Dozens must have been watching for me a while. I've been working on a special project for the Crucible Knights, and they weren't exactly subtle about contacting me. Yeah, about this project. It deals with a rather rare bunch of animancy. No offense, but I probably shouldn't get too specific without Commander Cliver's permission. He commissioned it, after all. She laughs nervously. And you can see the trouble a little indiscretion has gotten me into. I guess tell me about yourself? I studied animancy in Ozea back in the Valian Republics. I came to Defiance Bay to research local advances, but, well, instead of going to Brackenbury Sanitarium, I found a position as a scrivener at the Temple of Whale. I've had access to many rare manuscripts that most animators never see. She shrugs. Of course, I've had to keep my head down. I've been careful not to let the head librarian or my colleagues know what I'm working on. Let's get out of here. She gnaws on a split lip. Commander Cliver of the Crucible Knights is waiting on my research. Not that you haven't already done a lot for me, but maybe you could take it to him? I'd kept it with me to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands, but, well, you can see how well that's worked out. She nods at Dodwin's corpse. You mean the bloody pieces of it? She took it from me when I arrived. She takes a deep breath. Anyhow, don't wait on me. I can make my own way out of here. Okay. A fine flail. Ooh. So these pages contain Viana's research on Ingwathian techniques for imbuing matter with essence. She appears to have developed a method based on her studies of animats. On the first page is a note to someone named Dunstan. Ooh. I guess that's good. I don't know. Take all the things. Oh, they're naked now. Dunstan is waiting for them back in the Crucible Keep in First Fires. Okay. The First Fires. What? It's ready. Main keep completed. Ta-da! Security. Prestige. So we probably need more security. Western Barbican. The Western Barbican bars the passage of invaders coming across the Esquine River. Yes, please. There's a lot of things that require the Western Barbican, so I'm okay with buying that. And that's not too expensive. So foggy. Melee engagement makes it difficult for characters to move away from defenders in melee. However, these several afflictions can break engagement, including prone, stunned, paralyzed, and petrified. Wait,
Come now, it'll be fun.
No.
Even just a single...
I'm not calling Isilmir out just so you can learn he'll speak. I'll write down a few words.
Crucible Keep is Ducal Palace, Embassy, Brackenberry. Here. Some weapon types, such as the stock? I don't know what that is. Mace, stiletto, negate a portion of the enemy's damage reduction. I don't know what a stock is. I should like memorize this. Dunstan is waiting for them in the back of the Crucible Keep. Dunstan. Okay, let's go find Dunstan. Is that the back? Looks like a banquet hall. Probably more back here. Maybe in here. Dunstan? Nope. Dunstan? Nope. Ah, Dunstan. Something else on your mind? I think this research is what you've been looking for.
That's what Cleaver's been looking for anyway. If you found it, I guess I've got to start.
You don't sound very happy about this. I'm not. And I've made it clear to Cliver that this is a mistake. Trying to harness souls like this? Well, I think it's a crime against the gods, and it's bound to earn us more trouble than it saves. But Cliver has given me his orders, so I've got to build these things as best I can. Anyway, Cliver's told me I'm to sell you my arms or armor if you might want. You won't find you won't find it better anywhere in Defiance Bay, I can promise you that.
Now, time to see if that Valian was worth all that blood and copper.
He takes a polished breastplate and goes to work. So Dunstan folds his arms and surveys his handiwork. Wow, that was fast. I'll be danged, to be honest. Even I wasn't expecting this to work this well. He wipes his sweat from his brow. Back to it. Clive will want me to finish the rest of them. And it sounds like he has a job for you too. Show me what you have for sale. Oh, that looks fancy. It is fancy. Oh, it's an S-stock. Haha, that's what an S-stock is. It looks like a pointy stick. A pine S-stock. Oh, it must be like a really long sword. I guess. Yeah, this doesn't look very, like, sharp, though. I guess it is. A pike, a poleaxe, a battle axe, a dagger. A flail, a fine sword. Okay. 13 to 18 slash damage. What do you have? Can I compare? 13 to 19 slash damage. Oh, but there's other stuff, I guess. I guess I'm just looking at damage, but there's like slash, pierce, accuracy versus deflection. That's the same. 20% graze is converted to hits versus plus 4 accuracy and plus 15% damage. 5% accuracy against spirit, 25% damage against spirit, plus 2 constitution, minus 3 will enchantment, 8 out of 12, and enchantment 2 out of 12. I don't know what that means. Oh, enchant. Ooh. Oh. That seemed easy enough to enchant, and I don't think... Oh, more stuff. Armor. 9 recovery speed minus 35%, plus 2 damage reduction. Oh, gloves. I don't think I have a lot of my people wearing gloves. Plus 5 damage reduction to burn. Grants firebrand. Summon a weapon firebrand for 30 seconds. Oh, so I can like make my sword flamey like that guy in Game of Thrones. Very interesting. Shot in faith. Grants consecrated ground when hit by a critical hit. And that gives you some endurance. Fascinating, but I'm gonna say no to that. Oh, and what did he say? Someone has a quest for me? Where in the heck is he in this place? Barracks. War room. Anybody's in the war room? Come here. Built to last. So I did that. So that's done. Well, we're getting these quests done. That's good. We're achieving things. Yeah, Cliver. How may I be of assistance? Was there some more you needed me to do?
Dunstan will complete the first squad of Forge Knights in no time. Now the High Justice will want to have his Forge Masters at Fleetbreaker Castle create more. I've made a copy of Viana's research, and the High Justice has sent a courier to Anslog's Compass to retrieve it. The dozens have gotten too active for the courier to come to Defiance Bay, and after Viana's kidnapping, we've got to assume they know about our plans. That's why I'm sending you to deliver the research. You shouldn't be recognizable to the dozens. Yet.
Securing the city against the dozens. Agitating. Seems like a worthwhile goal. It's certainly too important to be entrusted to a common courier. But this, I expect they'll learn of your association with us, and they won't be too happy about it. Neither will the Dominals. He snorts. They're trying to expand the family business, and they resent us for standing in the way. Oh, okay, so this is going to affect my reputation, I bet. So I'm going to think about this. I can appreciate the caution, but just remember where the real power in Defiance Bay lies. We're doing the work of the Duke, after all. Was there something else I can do for you? I guess I'll do it.
Dunstan will complete the first squad. I've made a copy of...
Okay, yeah. Okay. I'll do it.
Anslog's Compass is a small lagoon just north of Defiance Bay. Your contact will be a commander named Arenroad. She'll meet you by the docks. Return to me when you've finished. The High Justice has made the expansion of the Forge Knights his top priority, which means it's mine as well.
So, Forge Knights have seemed to be a success. High Justice wants to expand by having his own Forge Masters build more of them. They want me to deliver the research. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about Forge Knights. That's interesting. Huh. Well, I think that's going to do it for tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. I've had a lot of fun. Thanks, Water Rooster, for joining me. Glad you were able to come back and watch this episode of Pillars of Eternity. If you enjoyed the stream, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. And we'll see you next time.